Good afternoon. We'd like to welcome Mr. Bill Langley and the CGA to our meeting and discussing the River Run Casino and Hotel and having an early occupancy date. As you can see here, we started out with a beginning timeline, had some dates set in place. Development began back late 2010 and ended up having some conflicts internally with the CGA and between the owners. Pushed things back for a little bit. Started back in 2012, and then with other things going on, ended up Cherokee Construction, our company, came in. Started out, we were selected to build the project in June of 2012. When that happened, we set forth a few substantial completion dates. As you can see here, we wanted to get the back of the house, parking garage, casino, and hotel done by verified dates and get those set in stone to be able to keep rolling. After setting those in place, came across some delays from the owner. We were given a stop work order to change the parking deck. Mr. Langley decided that in order for traffic to flow better, he thought that there should be a different design and plan for that. So stop work, get that going. Took 35 days to get everything situated and get us back on track. And also, after we got rolling again, 2 weeks of legal matters came into play and had to stop work for that. Then third, Mr. Langley wanted to add it on to the scope of work. Adding things on takes the architect time to get the design. There were over 200 ASIs on the project, which causes delays in construction. So, with that being said, our company decided not to take any additional days on the schedule. With 35 days, plus another 2 weeks and some more days with the ASIs being taken care of, we were able to push through with the project, not have to claim any more days on the schedule, or go to the owner to ask for more days on the schedule. Plus, after that, we saved some days. Pulling the power and data, able to save 20 days. Installing the gaming machines took a lot less time than we expected, and we're able to save ourselves some work on that end as well. Then along came the proposition. On October 30th of 2013, Mr. Langley came to us and said that he wanted to occupy the building 17 days in advance of the date that we had set. This will require about 30 days of overtime costs for our company. So, problems with early opening. All work on the gaming floor has not been completed. Also, the fire alarm hasn't been tested. It's installed but not tested, which is not acceptable. And then both of these problems, they both cause safety hazards for employees and for gamers that are on the floor. So, gaming floor not being completed. Gaming floor still has a bar and a shark tank to be installed. Those were the add-ons that Mr. Langley wanted, which ended up causing the 200 ASIs. So these are also surrounding areas of the gaming floor have not been completed. So that means there's construction zones around the gaming area where the people will be playing on the games and kind of in the way of construction and also safety hazards surrounding them while they're playing. The fire alarm hasn't been tested. It's installed, like I said, but it's not tested, which technically certificate of substantial completion cannot be occupied or cannot be submitted until the fire alarm is tested. This poses a hazard to the safety of the people and employees that are on the gaming floor. So, our goal of the CGA and Mr. Langley was to open up 17 days early. In reality, that just can't happen. We are not going to be able to do that, and poses risk to our company and Mr. Langley and the CGA. Obstacles. The biggest obstacles we face as a company were the delays due to It's changed by the owners. Mr. Langley wanted to add on the parking, or change the parking deck, and then there were some add-ons, which are okay. That's completely acceptable. But with the delays, we can't see ourselves opening up 17 days in advance. So some options. If we are to finish it 17 days early, we're going to accrue 30 days of cost. That means 30 days cost to the owner. That's going to be a lot of money put on. Per owner request, there were several additions to the scope, which means more time, more money. So moving forward from that, if opening 17 days early is crucial, then those 30 days of overtime costs are going to have to be paid for by the owner. And we've already stayed on schedule with all these delays, and asking us to finish early on top of all that is just kind of pushing it. So, a substantial amount of money is going to be needed to complete that. Risk to opening early. We open up early, there's going to be risk for just having a bad reputation with the folks that are coming into the gaming area. It's not going to be completed. It's not going to look like you want it to. There's possible lawsuits. If somebody wanders into a construction zone, they're going to get hurt. And they get hurt, they sue you, they sue us, big mess on everybody's hands. And then just losing money to the lack of knowledge, people not knowing you're opening up early. So, our suggestion is we just keep the original completion date where it's set, let us finish up. If we ended up trying to bump this thing early, then we're going to have to push our final completion date, because we can't get out there and work when there's folks on the gaming floor. That makes us have to slow things down. Then that final completion date that we originally had is going to be bumped out even further. So if we just keep it where it's at, then we have a better chance of pleasing the people with appearance, and then your money's going to come in even more then.